Hey everybody, Tom Olson here from the Good Success community, and I just want to thank you guys so much for listening to this and watching this as we explore the 5 things that I learned on my recent trip with my family to Disney World. I know, you're thinking now you got to let go of this work stuff, Tom, when you're on vacation. I actually did. I actually kind of let go for 3 whole days, which is a big deal for me if you guys know who I am and know how hard I work and how much I really try to stay engaged with everything that I'm doing. I believe God's given me a pretty big purpose on this earth, and I really want to fulfill that. But even on vacation, I think you can learn things, and I learned things, and we just talked last week. If you haven't watched the first part of the series about the 5 things I learned from my recent trip to Disney World, I'd tell you to go back and watch it in my different feeds or in different ways. If you don't have access to it, maybe just send me an email, tolson@goodsuccess.com, and I can get you a copy of that if you'd like. But the second thing I learned at Disney World, and something that most people would say about Disney World, is, and I think every one of us in our businesses ought to emulate this, is they know how to treat a customer. They simply know how to treat a customer from the time you check in, actually from the time I called. So I called Disney World on a Monday and I said, hey, can you get me in on Tuesday? And that doesn't normally happen, and they were kind of even surprised that they had places, but they said, I'll look for you, and they found a place for us at Saratoga Springs, and I was so thankful and so grateful. I was elated, my family was happy, and it turned a bad situation into a good situation for us this week. But every communication that I had with pretty much anybody the entire week at Disney World was the type of communication that you would want to have with doing business with a person. So like I said, from the person that I called, to the front desk person that said, hey, I'm going to set you up right next to a pool, to the front desk person that helped me get our tickets for the week, or that helped us get our food passes and all that stuff, all the way to even the characters. You go to some different theme parks, you go to different places, and the characters are kind of like there's security guards around them and you're not supposed to talk to them. But in Disney World, it's different. Even the characters will go out of their way. If they see somebody looking at them, if they see somebody that's focused on them and waving, they'll come over. They waved to my kid. They came over and shook my hand when they're on their way from one part of the park to another part of the park. And I think that has to be done on purpose. Disney has had this culture for a very long time. They have training that I know that people send people from other companies to their Disney training just so people can get trained in the Disney way on how to treat a customer, and how the customer, even though the customer's not always right, we know that, they still treat them like they're always right. And that's just lesson number 2 that I learned from going to Disney World, is that at Disney World, they know how to treat your customer. And for me, it was such a refreshment from how I felt like we were treated on this cruise that we were supposed to go to. It was like I said, if you guys didn't watch it, go back and listen to it. Don't lie to your customers. Don't do those things. Do the best you possibly can do and treat them with ultimate respect, and treat them with a way that you'd want to be treated if you were the customer. That's something that I think Disney does really, really well. All of us can learn a lot from Disney World in that aspect. I'm sure people have some stories that maybe somebody had a bad day and didn't treat them properly and 100% right, but I haven't experienced those with all the trips that me and my family have gone to Disney World. They know how to treat a customer, and that's the best marketing you'll ever do, is if somebody else will tell you that you know how to treat. If somebody else will tell their friends about how you were treated at a place. And I was treated very well at Disney World, and I really appreciate Disney for that. Hey, again, if you guys are interested in more stuff about us or about Good Success, you guys can check us out at the Good Success Podcast from whatever platform you're watching this on. You can check us out on other platforms. Just feel free to follow. I'd love for you guys to follow us. Follow the Good Success community, as we are trying to work to have to give, to be the conduit, not a bucket. The Community Go-Giver just happened last month, and we had a great time teaching people how they can use real estate to have a positive impact on your community. I really have been thinking about this lately a lot, and it's about purpose, and your priorities in your purpose will really determine how you live your life. I shouldn't say they will, but they should. And so think about that today. Think about your priorities and how you should be living your life. And I hope that this leaves you well, and I hope you guys have a good success day.